Alright, so in this video I'm going to talk to you about what I have in my productivity box here. I take something out of there and then I read to you about it. So I took out this magazine which I mentioned a few minutes ago about Watchtower. Does God care about women? No, I heard somebody knocking on my door, but it wasn't. And so it talks about here, and I've read it apparently a while back, because when I read, I usually cover the last word. Let's see, can you read it? You see how I have blue here? I cover the last word so that if you're paying attention, when you read the paragraph, you should be able to know what the last word is. You know, otherwise you're tuning out. And you could read one whole page and then you're like, I don't remember anything that I read about, because your brain was thinking about something else. You need to learn how to concentrate. There was this doctor named Paul in the 60s. He developed that. He just scratch out that was his first name. I can't remember his last name. I got the book somewhere. I like study techniques. And L. Ron Hubbard also had the study manual and techniques, so that you remember what you read. So it's got a couple of questions, this article, and I'll go into a little more detail here just by the questions. Have women been cursed by God? And then that's the story of Adam and Eve. Did God create a woman did God create woman inferior to man? What shows God's concern for women? A law that reflects God's view of women. Individual freedom. Access to education. Now, one of the problems that this gentleman was an Arab, and he discussed that when he came to the United States, he saw that women think they're equal to men. And so over there they wear the, what do they call it, the clothing on top of their whole body. And yes, that makes it easier for adultery purposes. I mean, as far as thinking of committing adultery, Jesus said that if you look at a woman with lust, then you've already committed adultery. So I see why they would cover up the women. Now, as a woman, I wouldn't want to be covered up if I lived in the desert. I think it's a desert. I don't know what, that place is like. And they can't go out of their house, I think, or drive a car. Oh, it's weird. So, if I was a woman, I'd like to live in the United States or a Western country. Because over here, where was that article? I just had it. It talked about how in Asia, there are like 100 million women missing, as far as like girls and population and things like that. Oh, I don't see it. Anyway, it's got a good article. That one I'm going to keep. I've already read it, but I don't know where I did with it. So, I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it over here. What else does my box have? Well, about men. The reason I talk about men is because in the United States, I had a friend that had a friend, and we met at the park. And one's from Nicaragua, I'm from Honduras, and the other one is from Jamaica. And the Jamaica boy, he was on bicycle. I was on bicycle, and my friend was on foot. And we were all talking, and then a beautiful girl drove by, and there's nobody else. And the Jamaican boy said, "Now, what's wrong with this country? Look at you on bicycle, myself on bicycle, and you're on foot. And did you see the brand new car on that beautiful girl over there?" So it says, in Jamaica, he says, the women are walking and the boys are, it's not a new car, but they're driving. It's different. So that was culture shock. What happens, I think, is that the moms have jobs and the moms buy cars for the daughters. Maybe they don't like their husbands, they kick them out, and then when their sons get older, I think they probably kick them out too. The United States is really something for kicking people out. As soon as you're 18 years old, you're thrown out, and then I believe it's because of the tax purposes. When you're a kid, 17 years old, your parents get like $2,000 for each kid, for you, for your brother, another. So you get $3,000 or $4,000, the earned income credit. But as soon as you're 18, your parents don't get any income. So I think that's why they throw you out. Let me continue this in another video.